All right, everybody. Sorry about the cut in the film, but here we are. We're going to take a look at some Tecova boots that I bought back a couple of weeks ago. I guess about a month. I've put them through a couple of different tests. It's the first pair of Tecova boots that I have owned. I've got a lot of different boots if you've been watching my channel. When you look up what's the best 10 boots to buy, Tecovas is always in there. So I had an interest in them. I'm going to talk to you about what I do like about them and what I don't like about them. But first, let's go through a description for them. First off, here is the boot. Hope the light is good here. It is a rough out bovine. It is waterproof, which comes in handy. It's got a nice dark navy blue upper that is just cowhide. This is a bovine. It has the pitched rider's heel. It does have your spur shelf. It's got a very nice heel counter. This appears to be buffalo. So if you're riding, which these are actually meant for, these are a work boot. Also has a Vibram rubber sole here, which I do like. On their description, it is the cutter toe. It is the Parker. Comes in two different versions. One of them is just a plain leather, where this is a sand navy rough out. I'm reading because I'm old. Bovine rough out, cutter toe, Vibram rubber sole, spur ledge, pitched riding heel. Comes in at $345. Let me see if I can find you a model number on this. I do believe it is the 1042. All right, Tecovas were new to me. On the web page it says true to size. Well, they're not true to size. My foot's a little bit odd. I've got a little bit of a narrow heel, but I've got a regular D width on the front of my foot. If I wear a Lucchese, which I've got quite a few pair of Luccheses, I wear a 9.5 in a Lucchese. I just got a very nice pair of rough outs through watching my friend Jeremiah Craig by Anderson Bean. They came in a B width. Woo! Tecova, listen up. B width. I got a 9.5 B width in those shoes, and they're perfect. I will do a video on those. They are the top hand boots. But let's continue on these. What do I like about these boots? Well, I just went out as I was doing in my prior short video and was doing some rose bush tiles because my nice dog's been trying to eat the roses, and my wife don't like that. I have also cut the grass in this in wet grass, and these have very good stability. And when I got through, of course, you got grass stain all over your boot. All I did was take some car wash, mixed it in water, got a brush, brushed them off, rinsed them off, and there you go. No more grass stain on them. Sizing, they are way off. They are big. Unless you've just got a big wide foot, if you've got a normal, say D width foot or a little bit narrower, you're going to need to size down at least half a size. I'll say that again, at least half a size, because these are some of the biggest fitting boots that I have ever put on. Closest thing I can come to that is some of the Olathes are pretty big boots, but these are even bigger. So take that under consideration. Once again, if you got a big old wide foot, you can probably go with your regular size on these. If you've got like a regular 9.5 D foot or a little bit on the narrow side, you're going to want to go half a size down. Now they do come with this insert, which I replaced with a thicker padded insert. Something else that may be only a factor to someone my size. I'm about 5'8" and about 145 pounds. These boots are heavy. These boots come in at 2 pounds a piece. And that is no kidding. I weighed myself without them on and weighed myself with them on, and I was an extra 4 pounds. That's a lot to be carrying around. First day that I wore these, other than just breaking them in around the house, I took my kids on a train ride, which is an hour long, plus whatever else we did. By the time I got home, I could tell I'd been carrying extra weight. Also, now just out and about, spending any time in them, you're going to notice the weight on them. They're not what I would say uncomfortable, because I do like the way that the sole, as you walk, it's a very comfortable feel with this Vibram sole. But the extra weight of the shoe itself can become a hassle. I think what Tecova is pointing toward with these boots is more of work boot, which is good because a lot of people I've seen comments say Tecova finally came out with a real cowboy boot with the Parker, which I would have to agree. Most of what I've seen with them are more on the fashiony side. But let's take a little bit more look at the boot. Inside, it's got a pretty nice leather. It's not tacked down, but it's all covered. The inside seam is covered, so it's smooth. These are made in Leon, Mexico. Very good quality, very clean. It does have a double stitch on top, which I usually like single stitch, but it doesn't make any difference as far as how the boot works and fits. The lower heel is a plus for working out in the yard, especially. I live on a fairly hilly property, so these keep you from twisting your ankles or knees around. They're very good for giving you a substantial foot on the ground. So that's where I'm going to give them another plus. Pricing on them is $345. That is a little bit on the high side to me because I have got some Olathe boots that I've paid a little bit more that are quite a bit higher in quality all the way around, and they are made in America, which has a little bit better quality control. Now, I will give a positive shout out to Tecova because they made exchanging these very easy. It did not take very long. I originally ordered a 9.5, and it was like I had on about an 11. It just was huge. My foot would just slip in and out of it. But I called them up and they pointed me out where to go online. Went in there, filled out a little form, boxed them up. I hadn't worn them except for trying them on, so I sent them back. If you get a pair of these and you don't think they're going to fit, don't go walking around and, going out in the yard and all that. Just go, okay, they don't fit. Let's try another pair. Put them back in their original box the way that you got them, send them back. And within 10 days, I had another pair, which isn't very long the way. So overall, for a work boot, I really love these boots. For going out and doing what I just did, which working in the yard, working on, in a wet area around the dogs fixings in the yard and whatever else that you're going to bump into the yard. You get it on these boots, you just hose them off. Going out on the town, would I wear them? No, they're too heavy. They do look good, but that's really not what they're made for. That's more for like a Lucchese boot or something like that, a fancier boot. So these boots have a good purpose, and that's to work in. Riding boot, I no longer ride, broke back, busted knee. But I would say they're probably a pretty good riding boot. The heel could probably be a little bit bigger, but with the cutter toe, it's going to go into the stirrup easy. With the rubber sole, it's got some ridges on the bottom, so it's going to stick to the stirrup very good. And also with this pitch on the heel, it also is going to stick in there good. This has got curvature to it. Let me see. There you go. You can see the curvature right here, the Vibram sole, where it's going to fit into the stirrup really good. Pattern on it is nice. It's got nice stitching. It's finished good. It's got your pull straps up here. I wouldn't rely on jerking around on these because they're going to come loose. They're made out of the same material as this on the top, the bovine leather. Double thumbs up on the bovine leather. I've already talked about it on here, but it's just, I was very surprised at how bad they looked when I got through working out in the yard last week and how easy it was to clean them up and how fast they dried off. So that's going to be some pluses. So you can take everything that I've talked about them and make your own decisions. Everybody's foot's going to be different. And if you're a bigger size person, you probably won't mind the extra weight. So there you go. I will do a video as soon as I can on the Anderson Bean top hand boot because they just did a giveaway at Carter's through Jeremiah Craig's page. I don't know if they're still doing that. I think they actually already gave those away, but I'm going to do a video on those and I may do a little bit of comparison. Thank y'all for watching. Tune in. I've got more music on my other page, which is just Gary L. Thomas Jr. Y'all check it out. Got some really neat original music that I've put on there. Good for relaxing, good guitar music. Peace out, everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. Y'all have a great one.